What is going on, guys? My name is Dorrian, aka Dogo, for those that don't know, and for those that do, thanks for tuning in again. So today I finally reached about 100 miles on my Nike Alphafly 3 super shoes, and I'm going to be giving my pros and cons. Let's get into it.
Damn.
So first off, my first pro is the style and the colorways. That might be a minuscule thing for a lot of people, but for me, I really believe in look good, feel good. So these shoes are definitely at the peak of swagger for me. I feel like Nike really hit the nail on these. They came out with a bunch of cool colorways, and the sleekness and design of the shoes is really appealing, and I think it really looks good on feet. All my race uniforms that I've worn in these, I feel like these are the cherry on top of my kits. So I'd have to put that as the first pro. Second is the accessibility and the stock. So when these first came out, they were pretty much impossible to get. But now it seems like Nike has been really up in the stock. You can go onto the website and pretty much pick up a pair in a bunch of different colorways. So I feel like that is a pro to this shoe. There's still companies out there that have, pretty low stock in the super shoe market, and I feel like Nike's doing a good job of increasing their stock. Third pro is the comfortability. I feel like these shoes are pretty comfortable. If you've ever worn super shoes, they're all, really cushiony. That's kind of the whole draw to them, is that cushion, so your muscles don't break down over the amount of impact you get from running so many miles. These are really bouncy, really sturdy, and overall good fit. They're true to size. I got the same size that I wear in any other Nike shoe, and that seems to work for me pretty well. So yeah. All right, moving on, the durability. Like I said, I've worn these for about 100 miles now. I've done anything from tempo work to races to threshold to hill sprints to just recovery, easy runs. I've run on concrete, grass, track. I've ran in the rain. And yeah, I feel like these shoes are super durable, which is good for the price, like how much they cost. It's good that they are holding up, and yeah, overall I'd say the durability of these shoes is really good. Guys, I truly can say that these shoes will make you faster. Maybe it's just by a little bit, but I truly believe that. It feels like every time I put these shoes on, it feels like I gain at least a few seconds per mile. And then the recovery that you get from wearing these shoes, which is my next pro to these shoes specifically, like my legs just recover a lot faster. I think that goes for all super shoes because of that carbon plate and the extra cushion that they put in them. But yeah, I feel like that is the best overall benefit for not only the Nike Alphafly 3s, but for all super shoes in general. That is where the bang for your buck is. The fact that you can recover a lot faster and run a little bit faster. It enables you to run harder, run for longer, and just have quicker recovery. Overall, I feel like the grip of these is really solid. I have tried them in like slightly slick surface, and I feel like they hold up really well. And especially for how much cushion these have in them, it's easy to turn the corner in these, which is solid. I've ran in racing flats before where if it's a little rainy outside, it is a hazard to run in them because they just slip so much. I did not have a problem with these, and I feel like it's because of the extra tread they have on the sole. You got the pads on each side, which I feel like helps for turns, getting extra grip on turns. And yeah, overall the grip is solid. The number one con to these shoes, in my opinion, is that price point. These range anywhere from $285 to $320 depending on colorways. some of the more exclusive colorways. Like I know they made this black pair that went for $320. I think that's the most expensive pair that I've seen. And then the base price seems to be $285. A lot of people are probably gonna have a hard time justifying paying $300+ for some shoes that don't last as long as trainers. But to each their own. I think there is benefit, especially if you're trying to run like as fast as possible and give yourself the best possible chance to PR or hit some, goal mark of yours. I think it is worth it. And I feel like it's definitely worth it if you're only using these shoes for races, because they will last a bit longer. Now me, for example, I wear these for almost every workout and racing, so mine will probably wear out a lot faster than someone who's just wearing them on race day. So yeah, that's just something you got to account for with these shoes. Next con is the fact that I always seem to get blisters in these shoes. Now I have flat feet, so I don't know if that's why. I haven't really asked anybody else who's ran in these shoes if they have a blister problem with them, but I definitely get blisters almost every time I do something over 10 miles in these, or if I go like a certain speed, I start to get blisters. And the blisters normally pop up on the sides of my feet. Like I have flat feet, so I don't have that much of an arch, so maybe that's why I get so much friction there and causes blisters. But yeah, I'd say that's definitely a con for me. This one's pretty minuscule. This kind of depends on the areas that you run in, but I would say the sole has this like gap at the bottom, and I always seem to get stuff stuck in those gaps, and it's really annoying to be mid-workout and to be feeling like a weird sensation at the bottom of your foot, and you just know that there's something stuck at the bottom and you have to stop and pluck it out. The park that I normally run in has like a bunch of gumballs like all over the place. It's all over the sidewalk, it's in the grass, so I can't really avoid them. I have had a decent amount of workouts where I've gotten something stuck at the bottom, so I'd say that's a con, but not like a serious one. Okay, the last con about these shoes is that they are pretty noisy, especially right out of the box. Yeah, I'd say it's like a trampoline sound, but yeah, that's definitely a con. It's kind of annoying on some runs, but I've gotten used to it, and as they wear out, the noise kind of goes away. I think just the cushion just needs time to break in, and that kind of becomes less of a factor. But yeah, that's the last con. Hopefully this video helped you with your decision on whether or not to purchase the Nike Alphafly 3s or just get yourself into the super shoe market in general. If you have any other suggestions on gear that you recommend or that you've had a good time with, feel free to leave that in the comments. I will do my best to get to that as soon as I'm done running in these. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. As always, stay up, stay limitless, keep grinding, and stop doubting yourself, baby. Let's get it.
Hallelujah.